Okay, quick question. What's the most embarrassing military defeat in history? Because I have a candidate. And bro, it involves birds. In 1932, the Australian government looked at 20,000 emus destroying farmers' crops, looked at their military budget, and thought, yeah, let's send the machine guns. Professional soldiers, 10,000 rounds of ammunition. Lewis guns, against birds, the birds won, and I don't mean the birds survived. I mean the Australian military was officially recalled in defeat, 12 days in, 12 emus confirmed dead, out of 20,000. That's not a war, that's a bad week. But here's the thing, this isn't just a funny story to laugh at and move on. Underneath the absurdity, this is actually a story about how an entire government machine collapsed in front of creatures with a brain the size of a walnut. And why that makes complete, logical sense, let's go back to the start. World War I is over. Australia's got thousands of veterans coming home with nothing. No jobs, no land, no plan. The government, desperate to look useful, makes them a deal. Go farm wheat in Western Australia. We'll give you land. It'll be great. Classic government energy. Confident, vague, mildly irresponsible. The veterans take it. They move out to the Campion district, basically the middle of absolute nowhere. And honestly, they make it work. Crops growing, fences up, life stabilizing, then the Great Depression hits. Wheat prices collapse overnight. These guys are already hanging by a thread. And then, as if the universe had a personal grudge, the emus show up, 20,000 of them. Every year, emus migrated through this exact region. They'd done it forever, thousands of years before any farm existed. And they were not, I repeat, not about to change their route because some guys put up fences. They walked straight through those fences, not around, through, just running into them repeatedly until the fence gave up and went home. Which is honestly a little inspiring if you think about it. They ate everything in sight, crops, seeds, whatever. Zero remorse, the farmers are losing their minds. They write to the government, send help, please. And the government sends. Major GPW Meredy, two soldiers, two Lewis machine guns, 10,000 rounds. The plan, I quote, was simple. Wind emus, shoot emus. Go home for dinner, the media smelled the story. Journalists showed up expecting to watch a quick, satisfying, extremely one sided battle. Cameras ready. Notebooks out November 2nd, 1932. Day 1, soldiers spot about 50 emus near a dam. Perfect setup. They get into position. Guns loaded. This is it. The emus scatter, not in a panicked mob that you can just light up. In small, separate groups, exploding outward in every direction simultaneously. Like they'd rehearsed this exact scenario, the guns jam almost immediately. Feathers and dust in the mechanism. Day 1 ends with 0 confirmed kills and several very confused soldiers. They try again the next day, same thing, and the next day, same thing. The emus had figured out the game. Every time soldiers got close, the flock dissolved into the landscape before anyone could get a clean shot. And if you somehow cornered one, it took a comical number of bullets to actually put it down. At some point during this nightmare, Major Meredith sat down and wrote the following in his official military report. Real quote. Still exists. You can look it up. If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They could face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks. Man said the emus fight like tanks, in a government document. Certified unhinged behavior. He also compared them to Zulus. The birds, after 12 days, the operation is officially recalled, 12 emus killed, against 20,000, with machine guns, Parliament goes ballistic. One member straight up asks, did the emus win? An ornithologist, a professional bird scientist, a man who has dedicated his career to birds, is brought in to testify before Parliament and tells them the emus are, quote, almost unkillable. The newspapers called it a military disaster, which, statistically, was an understatement. Now here's the part everyone skips, because they're too busy laughing. The emus weren't just lucky. They were doing something that military theorists would later recognize as a textbook decentralized guerrilla defense. Scout emus, on the edges of the flock, watching. The moment they spotted soldiers, some kind of signal went through the group. Researchers still debate how exactly, and the flock dispersed into units, too small and fast to target effectively. No central leadership, no single point to hit. Maximum chaos. The Australian army, trained, armed, supplied, organized, was being outmaneuvered by animals that genuinely cannot plan ahead. Their brains are smaller than their eyeballs. Deadass. And here's why it actually makes sense. The entire military system was designed for a different kind of problem. clear targets, concentrated enemies, predictable movement. The emus offered none of that. They just kept doing what they'd always done: move, eat, migrate, completely indifferent to the operation happening around them. You can't demoralize something that doesn't know there's a war. The farmers ask for help again, government sends the army back. Second operation, November. This time goes slightly better. They get a few hundred kills over a month out of 20,000. The farmers ask again in 1934. The answer is no. 1943, no. 1948, no. Someone in the government finally ran the numbers. Machine guns cost money. Soldiers cost money. Emus reproduce faster than you can replace ammunition. And crucially, they do not care. They will never care. You cannot make them care. So what's the actual takeaway? Not that emus are smart. They're not. Their brain is literally smaller than their eyeball. I keep saying this because I need someone else to sit with that information. The lesson is that the wrong solution, applied with maximum confidence and full government backing, still loses to a problem that simply doesn't respond to it. The farmers needed a fence. They got machine guns instead. They eventually got the fence, years later. Problem solved in a matter of weeks. The Emu War lasted 12 days and accomplished absolutely nothing, which, if you think about it, is the most historically accurate thing a war has ever done. This is real, documented. Officially part of Australian military history, the record of a modern nation with a real army losing a real conflict. To birds, if this is your kind of thing, weird, real, and slightly unhinged, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss what's next. Drop in the comments what you want to see. I read every single one. See ya.